Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho. Salif Usman is right here at me. Salifu, welcome once again to Sports Orbit Thursday edition.
Thank you, Mustafa. It's always a pleasure to be here.
All right, on Sports Orbit today, we begin straight from the Super Eagles. As most of us are aware, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be trading tackles with the Desert Foxes of Algeria in an international friendly match. And thankfully, the Super Eagles camp is bubbling right now in Constantine as all of the invited players are already in camp. Of course, the camp at the Marriott Constantine hit the 100% mark on Wednesday afternoon with the arrival of goalkeeper Francis Uzor and defender Ebube Duru. Rivers United left-back Duru was called up following injuries to a number of players, including defender Leon Balogun, and he joined the team on Wednesday after returning from Liberia, where Rivers United reached the penultimate stage of this year's CAF Champions League group phase. Team captain Ahmed Musa and forwards Henry Enyekuru and Samuel Chukwueze are the others knocked out by injury. So, Salifu, one of those times where you wish we were going for a major tournament where camp is full, alive, and bubbling. But be that as it may, I mean, it's nice that the turnout has been very impressive. And I think the Eagles are showing that, we need to get the job done. Especially, I noticed since Pesero came on board, maybe like they say, maybe it's because of a new coach coming on board. So every player is trying to show some level of seriousness. If not, if you don't, the coach will definitely put you out of the team. So, but the camp is bubbling. So I think good signs, and I hope Pesero, like when he came, he said he was going to ensure that he maintains and instill discipline among the players, and maybe that's part of, that charge he gave when he came that the players are trying to react to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you to some extent, judging by in the past, the kind of statistical assets of the player towards working in the camp.
Yeah.
And the match we are talking about will not be until Tuesday next week.
Tuesday next week, yeah. So they have enough time to.
And it's like coach, it's a good opportunity for coach because you have plenty of time to work with this player. And this is the first time you also going to have a length of time to receive. And most of the players, he is also going to meet some of the players for the first time, like player like Alex Iwobi, player like goalkeeper Okoye, and several like even like Awoni and several others. He's meeting them for the first time, and you have a long time to discuss. You have to have a one-on-one with those players, individual, and everything to them, and at the same time sell his ideas on his pattern on how he want to play.
Exactly.
And despite apart from the issues with some key players, I think the turnout and if you look at the qualities and the calibers of the players in the camp, you do yourself. You will be at your own peril if you order this team.
Exactly.
I think if Algeria felt that, Useme is not coming, this one is not coming, this one is not coming, Australia, they are going to be a big fan. If you order this team, looking at the pedigree of the players that are already in camp, I think you do that at your own risk. So I think Pesero has enough players to prosecute the match against Algeria, and just like I said, the good thing is that he has enough time to institute his pattern of play and the way he wanted to play with the team. As at Sunday, as at Monday, Alex Iwobi and the rest are already in camp after the league match at the weekend. They're already in camp, and now they have the train yesterday, the train on Tuesday, the train yesterday, and then today again. They still have today, they still have Friday, they still have Saturday, they still have Sunday, they still have Monday, still have an additional 5 days. That's why that to perfect and plan how to plan for this match. I think it's a good opportunity, and Pesero cannot wish anything more.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I agree with you. Like Salifu rightly said, that match comes up on Tuesday, and this will be the only second friendly match between Algeria and the Super Eagles, with the two-time African champions edging a clash in Austria in October 2020 by the odd goal, when both teams clashed in 2006 World Cup qualifying match in Oran in September 2005. The Super Eagles won that one 5-2 in that encounter. Anyway, to our next story now, where Commonwealth Games long jump champion Ese Brome says the national award conferred on her by President Muhammad Buhari recently is a mark of achievement of her work. Brume made history as the first Nigerian athlete since 1999 to win medals at the World Indoor and Outdoor Championship and the first to hit the 7-meter mark at the Commonwealth Games. For her historic leaps, the Nigerian athlete to win medals at the Continental and Global Track and Field Championship, including African, Continental, and Commonwealth Games, was conferred with a member of the Order of the Niger. Then, of course, taking to her social media account, she said, "I'm extremely honored to receive such an important award from His Excellency. I'm earnestly grateful for the recognition I have received for my work. Winning the award will not have been possible without the inspiration I have received from God, with whom I derive the strength to challenge myself and perform better at each stage. I sincerely thank each of you for your constant support. I can proudly hold up this award as a mark of my achievement." Next target for Brume is to successfully defend the African Games she won 4 years ago in Morocco when the train moves to Ghana next year. She will also be hoping to complete a hat-trick of World Championship medals, with the gold this time after winning bronze in 2019 and silver in 2021. So, I mean, 2022 rather, yeah. So for Esther Brume, I mean, she couldn't have said it any better. Even Toby had said last week, she said, she was expecting something like MFR. In fact, initially, a lot of them didn't expect any national honor. They're hoping, okay, maybe we'll just have a reception, a presidential, yeah, exactly, a cash gift. But from what they're saying, look, the president superseded our expectations. And I think, in as much as you might want to fault this government on a lot of issues, but at least when it comes to this credit, like they say, give credit to whom credit is due. So on this account, I can say that we give credit to the Muhammad Buhari-led federal government.
Yeah, just like I often say, you may fault President Muhammad Buhari from all front, but when it comes to sport, well, you may say his investment in sport may not be impressive as you want,
but in terms of rewarding,
because government have a lot of resources and have other sectors to cater for. But in terms of rewarding genuinely athletes, President Muhammad Buhari has demonstrated to my belief and to my opinion, they have demonstrated more than any other president in this country, more than any of his predecessors. Because even those that were even promised, the pledges that were made for athletes before and were not fulfilled, President took his time to fulfill all these promises, even the one that made by him when he was a military head of state, military head of almost about 35 years ago. He had to take him until he came back this time now to fulfill all this one. Even the one that were made in Abacha, he also take time, and several many promises that were made to athletes and that were not kept. But President Muhammad have taken his time one by one to go through all the book and reward those athletes that were genuinely do. And just like it's in Brume, it's not this reward is not just a motivation to the Brume alone. It's a motivation to a teeming Nigerian youth upcoming, every Nigerian young, because this award was not presented to them by representatives of the government.
Exactly.
It was handed to them directly. Having a handshake at the banquet hall of the presidential villa. Handshake with the president and present a national honor award to you. You can't ask for anything more.
I agree completely.
It's not about sometimes to me that award is more important, and it's even more important to those athletes more than the money, more than the 4.4 million given.
The money can finish. This is what stays with you for a lifetime.
4.4 million.
Yeah, it's really nothing.
It's really nothing. Yes, everybody deserves money and they need money, but this MON and MFR are given to those athletes responsibly. As far as they live, it's still with them for a very long time. Even their children, their own children will come to see that, yes, in recognition of my mother's effort for doing her country proud, he was awarded this. So her children can also be proud whenever they get married and going to give children. Her children will come to be proud of this achievement. So it is a highest honor, and I believe every Nigerian who watched the television that day, seeing President handing over those awards directly, will be impressed and want to achieve the same thing.
Very well. Very well. All right. We once again say congratulations to Esther Brume and the rest of Team Nigeria who, made Nigeria proud in recent international competitions. Away from that now to some Super Eagles news where Truth Ekonga's deputy captain, has revealed that the Super Eagles' target in Tuesday's friendly against Algeria will be an outright win. Of course, he said this while he spoke to NFF TV. Both the Eagles and Algeria will be using the friendly to prepare for next year's 2023 AFCON qualifiers, which will resume in March next year. And speaking on the new players training ahead of the friendly, he said it's been good and we are very happy to see the boys back together and the staff. We have a game coming up against Algeria and spirit have been high, training has been good, and we are just working hard to improve our team cohesion and be ready for the game. The secret to our team is that there's togetherness. We have experienced a lot in the last year. For the new guys, they are welcome and they will have to do the initiation and singing still, but the most important thing is that they are comfortable with us and they can show themselves on the pitch and contribute. We want to try and win all the games and improve on all areas. We are playing against Algeria, one of the top teams in Africa. We have to show them respect, but at the same time, even though it's a friendly game, we will try and win the game and prepare ourselves for the qualifiers that will be coming up next year. Well, word of encouragement and motivation coming from the standing captain of the Eagles.
It will be a good one.
Exactly. Even though it's a friendly boy, I like the attitude. Yes, we want to go all out to win, to show and if you know how Nigerian fans are, for the average Nigerian fan, they don't want to know if it's a friendly or not. They want Super Eagles to win all the time. Yeah. Even if it's an exhibition match, they want the Eagles to win. Yeah. And I think he has that at the back of his mind, saying that, look, yes, it's a friendly. Algeria is a tough team. We're using this match to prepare ourselves for the qualifiers when they resume next year. But first of all, we have to go there and get the win.
This match, nothing is at stake, but it's very crucial. And I pray that Econ is not just one of those media statements make them appeal to the gallery. They need to live by this statement and make sure that they win that match. But a victory in that match will give them a morale, and at the same time will begin to restore some dignity to the team. Yeah. Because at the moment, having lost the ticket to the World Cup ticket, they are completely down. So they need to begin to reassure them. Because a lot of Nigerians don't want to watch their match anymore. Yeah. So they need to begin to reassure Nigerians yes, we are down, but we are not completely out.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm looking at some players who are making their return, people like Maduka Okoye and the rest. At a point, there was a lot of talk about him not wanting to play because of the incident at the Nations Cup and all of that. But it's good to see him back in the team. And of course, I like the fact that Pesero has been able to, call up some home-based players to add them to that team also.
But I will not give him credit much because the home players were given because of exigency.
Yes, I agree.
Because of injuries to some players, that's why they give them.
But I mean, there's still some other players you could have called up.
That's why you have to that say you're right. At the same time, I will commend him more if I see any of those home-based players being integrated into the team or starting one of those teams has the courage to put one of those players on the starting line or even bring them in the second half.
All right, I mean, completely agree with you, and we hope that moving forward, we see more home-based players. Like when he came, we discussed it sometime. When he came, we were seeing him at match venues. After a while, but
the league is off season.
The league is off season.
So we can't completely say that. Just put to the gallery then or the league is off season. So let's go watch when the league is whether he begin to come down and watch. But not since that match after now, he has flat to his base.
I wanted to ask that. I wish has he started living in Nigeria or he's still living like abroad?
Maybe NFL. We need to ask NFL that they are threatening me house. Whether he has a house now. But the normal thing is they are threatening me house. So we don't know yet. But for now, he's back to his base in Portugal.
Okay. We'll go on a quick break and then we'll come back. Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. To our next story now, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi is in the running for Premier League Player of the Month for September. Iwobi is nominated alongside five other players, which include Philip Billing from Bournemouth, Kevin De Bruyne, Manchester City, Marcus Rashford of Man United, Jacob Ramsey, Aston Villa, and Pierre-Emile Holberg of Tottenham Hotspur. The 26-year-old has been one of the key performers for Everton this season. Iwobi was crucial in setting up Neil Maupay for the winning goal in Everton's 1-0 win against West Ham United last Sunday. And incidentally, it was the toughest first win in the Premier League this season. Iwobi was named man of the match after that game, and the Nigerian international has now provided 2 assists in last of Everton's 2 Premier games, and of course, as to reward him for his recent upsurge in form, Everton are willing to give him an improved contract and extend on the current one currently. So I think a good one for Iwobi. At a point, it looked like Iwobi was finished.
So it's
Yeah,
away.
completely. I mean, some Nigerian fans, even out there in England, even in Everton, had called for his head and said, "Look, looks like Iwobi is finished." But somehow, since Lampard came on board, in fact, the form pickup started from towards the end of last season under Lampard, and somehow from this season, came from this season. He has picked up from where he left off, and he's been continuing to do well, and good enough to see that he's even back, with the Eagles.
Sometimes we tend to blame some certain player that this player is no longer in form, is no longer in this. Or sometimes, and I've been to begin to realize that the kind of coach you have influence your play and influence your style and behavior. But if you listen to one of his interview, he said, "Well, I was not there when the Lampard was appointed. I was away at the Nations Cup. But the moment I came back from the Nations Cup, I met him, we discussed, and he told me that, well, you're a young man, just go to the field and enjoy yourself."
Yeah.
See, and according to him, he said, Lampard gave him freedom. To freely express himself in the team. And Lampard being a midfielder, his style to know what the player needs to play. And since then, that freedom giving the first, it's not as good as you want to go play anyhow, but just express yourself, feel free to play the way you want to play. And that has been helping me, and everybody is beginning to see, even the fans at everywhere who are criticizing him before, and now all now hailing Wobi. And we pray that this could continue for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I mean, resurgent, and it's good that he's back. The Eagles again,
yes, and they're likely going to be the Marshall midfield.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this will be first time to play under Pesero.
It's his first time. It was
recorded. Yeah. So I mean, good one. So it will be an opportunity for him to also work with Pesero to also probably look at him. But looking at these other contenders for Premier League Player of the Month, you have Kevin De Bruyne there, you have Marcus Rashford, Jacob Ramsey.
I will not be surprised if he won, but it will be very, very difficult to beat in those the kind of players. Looking at Kevin De Bruyne there and
Marcus Rashford,
so it will be very difficult. Because if you look at Marcus Rashford, he has done it with my you and De Bruyne. It depends on it is about the voter choice. It's not about
absolutely.
It will be very difficult for him to beat those two.
No, I mean, for me, my joy is for him to even be nominated, be mentioned. I mean, it's an achievement already.
Even though he finished last, that means it's number 15.
Exactly. For the month. Exactly. All right. To our next story now, to some boxing news where, of course, coach of American boxer Deontay Wilder says Anthony Joshua will pay for wasting Deontay Wilder's time in past fights in negotiation if the heavyweights ever square off. Joshua and Wilder have long been linked to one another, but a clash between the Briton and the Bronze Bomber have never come to fruition. Wilder is set to face Robert Helenius next month in his first bout since last October when he was stopped by Tyson Fury for the second fight in a row to round out their trilogy. Meanwhile, Joshua is in talks to take on compatriot Fury before the end of the year, despite recently losing to Alexander Usyk for the second time in 11 months. And he said Anthony Joshua is a fight that Deontay will get up for. He's up for Robert Helenius. He gets up for fight, but I just know how important knocking AJ out will be to Deontay. So many people have wanted to see this fight over the years. I think it will be a treat for the pugilists themselves. I think it will be a treat to boxing, a treat to barber shops, and a treat to recreation centers and little kids coming up, through the ranks in boxing. So, for Wilder's coach, he believes strongly that if at all that fight comes, eventually has to happen, and not just that Wilder will teach Joshua a lesson, but for the fact that he even contributed in wasting his time, the lesson will be harsher.
America will be about.
Yes.
Well, but he's a black American from Ghana, I guess. He's from Ghanaian now.
No, for according to him, he said he traced his roots to Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. He said he traced his roots to Nigeria.
So,
and he wanted to fight another Nigerian tracing route.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that would be Nigerian battle.
Well,
but one thing is Wilder need to have his time and just cool down. Joshua would have also loved to fight him, but if you look at the moment, both of them, I don't have anything else to bring on the table. But also that they're really fighting for none of them is holding any title at the moment. So Joshua is more interested to get himself back on the ring face, and we hope that if he be able to get the fit against full result, will automatically put him the stage
exactly.
to negotiate for anything. Why don't you just wait, exercise his patient? I know Joshua will also love to beat him, and I have the confidence that if Joshua meet him, Joshua will retire him from boxing.
All right, to some Premier League news now, where, well, according to a so-called supercomputer, the supercomputer has made its prediction on how it believes that at the end of the season that the table will end. Well, according to the supercomputer, it said Arsenal will win the league by 3 points. City will come second, and of that Brighton will finish. In fact, Brighton will finish third, but on same level of points with City. While
10, third, I'll be 10.
Second, third,
Brighton.
but level on points with City.
Brighton.
Yes, Brighton. That's what the supercomputer is telling us.
Finish third.
Yes. While Liverpool, the Liverpool will finish like
that
8th.
Prediction Arsenal, City, Brighton.
Yes, we'll be in the top 3.
This is supercomputer. This is supercomputer.
I mean, so in fact, the predictions.
This is the current four. This is the current table.
This is the correct table. So, but he's saying
you believe that Tottenham would not have
at all. Sports, United, Chelsea,
even United,
if Liverpool won't have no business in the top 4 from the prediction that Brighton will finish third behind City.
This is super computer. They're entitled to their opinion, but whoever is operating that computer, I think it's operating on error. They need to share. I don't think this could be realistic
at all. It's not possible. At all, because
even though we can't say what may likely happen at the end of the season, but this is totally off the mark.
Because I mean, these are very early days still in the Premier League. We are up to get to play or not.
Either early days or early days, but to say Arsenal will finish top, Man City will finish second, Brighton will come third, it's impossible.
In fact, it said that of course teams that will be relegated will be Leicester, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham, while it says among the top 4,
he's mentioned the currently the bottom 3.
Yes, exactly. It said Fulham will finish 6th, while Chelsea will finish 7th, and Liverpool will finish 8th.
Serious. Liverpool finish 8th.
Yes, Chelsea 7th. In fact, Man U is not even in the top 10 from what I'm seeing here. Tottenham is not even in the top 10.
His prediction is a super computer. His prediction is based on the current form of the table. Because Chelsea is currently at 7 and Liverpool is currently 8. So, and he believes that the table will just remain
the way it is.
That's funny.
Well, all right, viewers. With that, that's all we have for you on today's episode of Sports Orbit. But of course, tomorrow again, we'll be back here to give you weekend Friday edition of Sports Orbit right here on Leadership TV. Do join us once again tomorrow. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio today once again.
Thank you.
Right, until we come your way tomorrow again. Stay safe out there. My name is Alpha Cho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.